summer in the city. Back of my neck getting dirty and bitty. Up and down, isn't it a pity? Doesn't seem to be a shadow in the city. All around, people looking half dead, walking on the sidewalk, hotter than a match head.
We got a video review because you're a musician and you can be funny, you can do everything. So just want to see what you think of this video, and we'll how we could have made it better.
This ain't gonna be two girls, one cup or something, is it?
No, it's not whack shit like that. Just setting you up for failure. No. Okay. Can you guys see?
Yep. I can see it. Wait, you're I guess you don't want to tell me anything about it?
I don't. I just kind of want you to watch it, and then we'll talk. It's not long. It's 3 minutes.
Oh, this motherfucker's writing a screenplay?
Just don't look. That's not supposed to be over.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
No screen peeking. No screen peeking.
No screen cheating.
Cunnilingus, eyes wide shut for Cunnilingus. Who do you think about back there? Can't be me, I'm right here.
Was it Zac Efron? Was it Magic Mike? Both the Ryans? The guy from the bar last night?
This guy,
No, fucking be honest.
Have me review your shit in front of you is weird.
I'm not trying to be a musician.
I don't know you like
promise
that.
you that. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be a musician. It doesn't affect me.
You put me in an awkward place here. Like, I wouldn't recommend doing that to your guests. Like, you don't want to be like, judge me. You know what I mean? I like you. I wouldn't want to say anything negative about it.
No, it's fine, is what I'm saying. Like, I have no aspirations to be a musician. That's not my thing. So I just wanted to, as a musician, how do you view something like that? Are you like, fuck this guy?
My favorite part of it was your rapping. I thought you had some clever lines. I like the transparent Caitlyn Jenner is actually pretty clever. And I liked some of the first verse where you're kind of I knew it was coming. Like, you're kind of like a lot of comedy songs kind of start serious and they take the comedy turn.
Right.
I thought that was well done.
You can say it, Wax. The singing voice is terrible. You can say it.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. It wasn't perfect, but when you're doing comedy, there's a charm.
Yeah.
in not having a perfect voice. In fact, there's a lot of times in Los Angeles, I kind of I did stand up comedy for a while, and of course there's people there that I act and do comedy and do this and do that. So people would be doing stand up. And then in their jokes, they would sing. And if you could really sing, it kind of made it not funny. You know what I'm saying?
So you're having my baby.
And it kind of took away from the comedy. So I think it actually helps the comedy that your singing's not perfect and shit like that.
Yeah.
I question the premise. I
just wanted you to say it was original. That was it.
It is original.
I'm good forever.
It's definitely original, and I do like that about it. The fact that you're saying that a girl not looking at you while you're eating her out means she's thinking about somebody else.
My own
I mean,
insecurity.
it is. I think you should even mention that. Do you mention that in the song?
No, I don't.
I think I would recommend taking an angle in like the second or third verse that actually explores your own insecurity. Like, I don't know how women's minds are, but I like to think that they actually close their eyes and just have like almost a meditative, ecstatic moment. You know what I mean? They're just like, because even when you're fucking or whatever, like they might close their eyes or whatever, And I don't know about you, but when I'm receiving, I don't constantly look. I look a little. I look, but I might look up for a little bit, and it's kind of like the way you are when you yawn. You're like, oh, just looking at the sky. You know what I mean? Yeah. That doesn't mean I'm thinking about somebody else. You know what I mean?
I just want one glance once, and I'll be happy.
I do from a sexual perspective. I do like getting the glance down. But you just need one or two. You're right.
Just one quick little,
But just have one.
Are you saying that she's thinking about those guys giving her cunnilingus, or you?
Yes.
Because that's just a different tongue. You know what I mean? Say you have a girlfriend for a long time, and you have sex all the time. So, you know, maybe things are not as spiced up. So when you're fucking her from behind, you might think about somebody else, right?
The highlight reel.
But if she's giving you head, do you close your eyes and think somebody else is giving you head? Because it's kind of like...
No, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, guys don't really, I don't think guys do that. So, like, I'm just calling out girls for doing it so openly and, like, all the time. In real life, I don't care. I just thought it was a funny premise to kind of attack it that way.
See, normally I'm checking things on. I'm checking my stocks on the Cliff day trading app. That's normally what I'm doing while she's doing her business. That's just me. I know a little bit different, but you know, go ahead, as you are.
Well, you know what they'll tell you in comedy is that, you know, a premise doesn't have to be funny. A premise has to be true. You know, a premise of a joke. Black people and white people are different. That's the premise. And then you tell an act out or something that is the funny part. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
The premise is you know, Zoom is so informal, right? That'll be the premise. Like when you be like, Zoom is so informal compared to work, and then you say something, yeah, because the other day me and my bud were doing this, blah blah blah. So I guess what I'm saying is, in that case, my thought immediately goes to like questioning whether that premise is true, and I think it might be worthwhile to explore your own insecurity in thinking that she's thinking about somebody else. But I will say, first of all, it is an original concept. I've never heard somebody say that before. I've never had that thought before. I fucking probably will now. Thanks. I probably will have that thought now.
I just ruined Wax's sex life.
Fucking back up from the vagina and be like, who are you thinking about?
No, it's funny because it was a stand-up bit I was working on, but I haven't been able to do it since the lockdown started. And I was like, and during lockdown, I saw 2 jokes that were very similar to what I've done that were just out on specials. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I could have done that first. So my thing here was like, I just want to get this premise out first, and then I'll work on it later, like on stage or whatever.
You're saying that the jokes you saw in specials weren't this joke?
No, but I had 2 that like, so Tom Segura, for example, like legend in LA.
Yeah, I knew this is coming.
And I said a joke a year before the special came out, and he did the joke on his new special called Ball Hog, and it was like verbatim what I said, and we have it like recorded earlier. I'm not saying he stole it. I'm not saying he stole it from me, obviously. He would never listen to me, but like, oh, I am cheesed right now. I am watching the new Tom Segura special on Netflix that just came out. He just used word for fucking word my baby on board sticker joke. Don't get me started on the fucking baby on board sticker. What does it mean? Am I gonna hit you if the sticker's not there? I'm just gonna, I'll T-bone this one. Fucking sticker. I don't know, bro. Not to mention if I was a sex offender, that is a meal in 3 years when that child gets big enough. Like, I'm just saying, man. Maybe I'll put a bullseye. Yo! Like, why? Tell me.
Mommy and Daddy and Brian and Marissa. And there's a soccer ball next to Brian. Does Brian love getting molested? Because you put his name and favorite thing out there as bait to society. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Why don't you put your home address and his daily schedule right fucking next to it?
God damn it.
6 home at 1.
God damn it. It was like, I was mad because I like didn't, like he got recognized for it and it was funny. And I was like, fuck, like I already thought of that. So my thing with this is like, I can't go on stage till who knows when. I'm just going to make a song about it so that I at least have the premise out there first. And then I can work on it for on stage after. But you talking about the...
dude, I didn't know you did stand up. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, not in LA like you, but
I haven't done it. I mean, you know, nobody's done a lot of in LA. People like get stuff go. Like there's people doing shows on the beach and shows in the park and shows in these weird parking lots and stuff. But
yeah,
I kind of stopped doing it for a while. But there was like probably 3 or 4 years that I was doing stand up relatively regularly. If I had to go up this second right now, I wouldn't even know what to say. I don't even remember my jokes. You know what I mean? I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about. But it does suck when you're saying something and then you see somebody say the same shit.
Yeah,
it's inevitable, man. It's inevitable. It's dude, with rap lyrics, there's been lyrics that I've wrote that are so ridiculously specific, and then somebody be like, "Oh, you bit that from blah blah blah." Meanwhile, I've never even heard the song they're talking about, and I'll go listen to it. I'll be like, "I can't believe how the same."
How similar it is. Yeah.
So that's why, like, sometimes you're better off just saying something really simple because you can't. If somebody rhymes bottle with model, you can't say you stole that because it's so fucking basic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if Tom Segura is doing your joke, that really should be encouraging. That means you're on the right track. You know? That means you got good jokes.
I looked at it like that at first, and then at second glance, I'm like, wait, am I just thinking the same way as everyone else? Like, then I started like second guess myself. You know what I mean? I'm like, everyone's thinking the same thing now. I didn't know how to look at it, to be honest.
Well, there's a lot of people in the world that have the same thoughts and the same experiences, and now there's a lot of people that do comedy. You know what I mean? A lot of people tweet and shit like this, but but I'm saying, like, you would think Tom Segura would at least be relatively original. So, like, if he had the thought, it's probably a word. If Tom Segura is doing it professionally on stage, it's probably a worthy joke. What's the joke?
It was something about bumper stickers, with the families on bumper stickers. And I was like, that's like, because it says like who you going to.
It's like a bullseye for a fucking sexual predator or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I might have saw that Tom Segura one.
Yeah. So I had one like about a baby on board sticker, and I'm like, that's like what are you doing? You're just like telling every rapist like on the block or sex offender like where to find their kid. Like, that's a meal in 3 years when that kid gets old enough. You know what I mean? Like, so it was very similar, and I was like, fuck, I should have said it first.
Right.
But yeah, whatever. It was good. I guess it is encouraging to.
Baby, it's like feeding baby to a guy with free candy on his van or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's horrible. What I just said. Whatever I just said. I was trying to reverse feeding candy to a baby. For like, if a guy like out there likes to eat babies, you're feeding baby.
Feeding baby to the candy man.
Yeah.
So how did you like your stand up? What was your experience like with that? Because you're already comfortable on stage, so I'm guessing it was not too
but it's I had an advantage over people that never held a microphone before.
Yeah.
Like, I was comfortable on stage, but it's so different than doing music, man. Like, it's a completely different animal. It's so much harder. But I'm sure for Tom Segura it'd be harder to go do a rap show. You know what I'm saying? But
for sure. Yeah.
It's kind of like I've been doing the one thing forever. But I really enjoy doing stand up. But I realized after a long time that, like, I don't love it like the way that some people do. Like, I don't have that fucking gotta get up every day drive. Like, I feel like I did it. You know, me and my friend did an open mic probably in like 2014 or something like that. And we both like always kind of wanted to try comedy, and we just did this open mic, and it was such a fucking failure, and I was so scared. I was like shaking, you know? And like part of me was like, I started doing comedy not just because I love telling jokes, but also because I wanted to get over the fear. It's almost like somebody who's scared of heights going skydiving or something. You know what I mean? That's and once I got over that, maybe I was a little bit, not as into it. It's a lot too. You gotta like. It's cool with music is like, unless you go on tour, you can do it right here at your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's dope.
You got to go and find a parking spot. And, you know what I mean?
The whole thing.
Comedy's not for like. There's a certain level of laziness to comedians, but like, not the kind of lazy where you're more of a homebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta get out. You know?
Yeah, you can't do comedy like that from home. It doesn't work. You gotta
but it's awesome especially when you got something new that you're trying out for the first time and you get and people like it. It feels good, man. Definitely a rush.
All right, so Wax, what's the next move, man? What's happening with Wax going forward?
Well, in this year, I'm doing a Snacks with Wax every week. That's one thing that I'm glad that I have that because, life is so fucking heavy and crazy sometimes that that's just something silly. It's just like the opposite of that. It's just like trying to tell jokes about Sour Patch Kids is just you know, I've had a lot of stuff in my personal life and whatnot recently that's been really dark. So like, so to do that is awesome. To like talk about something as silly as Sour Patch Kids. But besides that, I'm working on new music. I got a couple projects I'm starting, songs. I don't know exactly when stuff's gonna come out, but yeah. The main thing I'm doing is trying to heal my fucking back injury that's been plaguing me for the last few months. But it seems to be getting better.
What the fuck happened before we let you go?
Nothing, man.
Just nothing.
I didn't have it. It wasn't it doesn't stem from an incident.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
woke up one day and my upper back started hurting, and like my upper right side of my back, and now it like sends
It's
little.
the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
I have the
mine got the
exact
same
same
thing.
thing. Yeah.
Does it go down your arm?
Yeah, and it goes like right down to the elbow. Yeah.
That's
Right
fucked.
along it. Yeah, go see a chiropractor, man. It'll help you get some adjustments and shit if you can do that. I don't know what it's like in LA.
I've been seeing one. I've been going, and I think it is helping. So
yeah.
Well, another thing with like chiros and physios, you got to find the one that works too for you. It's weird. Like I had like I had actually tear in like my rotator cuff, and I ended up seeing 5 different ones, and the first 4 didn't do anything. Like it didn't help at all. The 5th one cured it in like 6 weeks, and it was amazing. But you kind of you give someone a few chances, and if there's no progress, just cut them loose. Go find another one. That's usually how it goes with that. But congrats on all your success. I'm glad you can come back to Canada, man. Thanks again for doing this. You're incredible talent, super original. It covers up for all the derivative stuff I've been hearing in the industry. But when you come to Canada, let us know. We'll kind of try to come out to that show if you can. And if you need a filmer up here, we got a film crew. We can film some stuff for you if you need hands up here in Canada. But other than that, I wish you the best, man. All the success, and thanks again for doing this, man.
Man, thanks for having me. Really, really good to talk to you guys and meet you guys, man.
Definitely, man. Let's do it again, man.
Absolutely. Hit me up whenever.
Got you.
Sure.
Wax.com.com.
My wax.com.com. That's waxdot.com. My Twitter and my Instagram is @bigwax, BIGWAX. Yeah, that's about it.
That's it. Thanks, brother.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, y'all.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it, Mark. Appreciate it, Dilly.
Easy, buddy.